Whew. Yeah, we made it. We made it to 2025. So, usually when you start a new year, you kind of reflect on what did you learn from this year and how you can take these tools to move into the new year. So that's what I've been reflecting on the last couple of days. Some things that I've learned, some things I need to change, like some of my bad habits that I have. And yeah, so let's get started. The first thing I learned through 2024 is that I need to set boundaries because my boundaries are weak. So I let people get away with things that they should get away with. And I thought that I was just being an empath and compassionate towards people. But it just really revealed to me that I have weak boundaries. So I tolerated a lot of things this year that I should not have tolerated. So that ties in with my second thing that I learned is about evaluating the people that you have in your life. Do they add to your life or do they take? So I realized with a couple of my friendships that I had to cut away, that they were just taking, and they wasn't giving anything back. So you have to watch how you feel when you're around people. How's your energy? Is the energy good, or do they drain you when you are around them? So I realized in my relationships too is that I need to stick firm with what I say and not waver so easily when people cross my boundaries, cross the line. So I most definitely learned that. Third, I learned that I was stagnant in my career and that I wasn't putting enough effort into the things that I needed to learn. I was so preoccupied with things that shouldn't even be that important, but I made them that important. So most of the stuff that I really wanted to get done, I did not get done. And I'm disappointed in myself about that. My business kind of lacked this year, not even a little bit. A lot of it had to do with me, so I'm not gonna act like a victim and blame other things. I got distracted, like I said, by things that wasn't as important, but I made them important. So I learned that I lacked discipline this year. And I was really relying on just being motivated. And you can't rely on motivation because that's very fleeting. You have to get up and do what you have to do, no matter if you want to do it, you're in a mood to do it or not. Like this video, I literally cannot get the lighting right. But I didn't want to make an excuse, be like, oh, I can't get the lighting right, I just do this tomorrow. Because that's kind of what happened throughout the whole year of 2024. I basically said, I'll just do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow. And I did not really get much accomplished. So that was a hard lesson to learn. And I have learned that you have to pivot in life. You cannot stay stagnant. Everything changes all the time, but somebody taught me that every 5 years, you should be at a different spot in life. You should not be in the same spot. Some of the stuff I had choices over, some things that were completely out of my control. So right now I am in a transition of careers to get to a place that I want to go to. So I have to move and stay consistent. So I'm not consistent at all in a lot of areas of my life. It is not even, I don't know what happened because I never had that problem. But it seemed like this year that I did have that problem. And I think it's from the people that I kept around. They drained my energy. And I was focused, way too focused on the other people instead of focusing on myself. So I need to put that energy back into myself to get to where I need to get to because ain't nobody coming to save me. Also, I learned that when I was fasting, I was doing a fast for 21 days, that I was at peace. I didn't have anxiety. So when I was taking this walk with God, trying to get close to Him and get some breakthrough in my life, I realized that my anxiety and my depression went away. And when I stopped focusing on God, it came back, which means it was telling me that I was thinking that I could solve my own problems. God is the person. I was trying to force things in my life to happen that God was saying no to. So whenever I try to force things on my own, my anxiety comes back really fast. So that told me that I need to stop trying to do everything, and some things are out of my control, and I try to control things. That doesn't do nothing but end up with me in this spot of um, I feel like I've been disobedient, and I put myself in the position that I'm in. Also, I also learned that I need to stop forcing things in my life, and if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Even that's in my career. Most definitely, my career, I was trying to force things, apply for jobs that I had no business applying for, that were aligned with what I'm meant to do in my life. Like, I feel like I need to listen more to myself when it comes to my anxiety, because usually I have like a little panic anxiety attack when something doesn't feel right. It's almost like it's my intuition telling me this is not aligned with what you're supposed to be doing. Why are you doing this? And so far, I kind of have been listening to that towards the end of the year and saying, you know what, this doesn't feel right, so I'm not going to do it. So yeah, I got to stop doing that. I have to stop applying for jobs that I know that don't align with me, and just be patient. I'm not being patient with anything in my life right now. It's like I want everything right away, right now. I want this. I don't want to wait for it. I don't want to work for it. Not say really work for it, because I have never been lazy in my life. I think it's more of the fact that, you know, when you do a career transition, that's scary for anybody. It's basically going to school and start all over again in life. And I'm doing it so much later in life. But I need to take my time and not force something just because I want to make money. I need to walk with a purpose, walk in my calling, and the money will come. Otherwise, you're working for money and not having it flow to you. So this year, I want to walk in my purpose. Scary as it is, I want to work in my purpose. It's going to take me taking a leap of faith to get to where I need to get to. Otherwise, I'm just going to repeat the same cycle over and over again, which jumps into something else that I learned. I also learned that therapy is extremely important. I had a couple of breakthroughs about why I make the decisions that I make. So sometimes in life, you don't know. You don't know what you don't know. And I didn't know that I was honestly picking the same guys and making the same mistakes over and over again. Two, I got therapy. That's why I always say I'm going to be an advocate for therapy. I think most people need therapy. But I learned some habits that I had, and right now I'm working on breaking them. And that's the best thing, that's something good that came out of 2024, is that I learned quite a few things of why I am the way that I am. So I need to stop forcing things to happen, and things will happen. As I stated before, you will be where you're supposed to be. Right now, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. So I'm in this transition of a new career, so I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be learning. And that's another thing I'm going to point out that I learned in 2024. You have to keep learning, because otherwise you get left behind. So to me, I feel like now, because I was so complacent in my last career for so long, I didn't keep up my skills. So right now, I feel like I have to go back to school, which is something that I don't want to do, but I'm going to start off with a certification, and then I'm going to work my way up. But don't stay stagnant with your career. If you feel like you're not moving up, do something else. Learn a new skill. Never ever stop learning. So that's also clearly important. But it wasn't just all about negative things, but I feel like this was my season this year was of learning. Like, I'm still in the season, like transitioning to do something else. I need to stop going back to what I used to do, because God brought me out of that. And it's just like, just stay focused and trust the process. That's what I'm looking for. Trusting the process. That's the hardest thing, is to trust the process, because you don't know where you're going. That's why I always say walk by faith, not by sight. So I got to work on my feet. Say that I can't see what's in front of me, but I know that what's in front of me is good to come. I need to quit looking back on things that don't longer serve me. So I hope that makes sense. Also, I learned that some doors are not going to open till you become the person that you need to be in order to receive it. That's a word in itself. So there's some things that I prayed for, and then I had to look at myself the last couple of days and said, even if God gave you that, you're not ready for that. And it's absolutely right. Because the career that I want, I need to be consistent and be disciplined. I need to do things whether I feel like doing it or not. So I need to stop try to run, like I said, rush the process. Take the steps instead of taking the elevator, because I feel like I just need to go. Everybody wants to end up here, right? Without starting here. But when you start here at the bottom, you are learning and going through the process of where you need to get to, so you have the tools, so you can, when you get to that place, you don't lose where you are at, if that makes sense. Like, you asked for this career, but you fast tracked it, so the tools that you needed you don't have. So I want to have all the tools that I need when I get to the place that I want to get to. So I need to be consistent and become the person that I need to be to get to where I need to get to. And lastly, sometimes I learned God took away a lot of things in my life to get my attention. And He got my attention. They always say that the teacher will present themselves when a student is ready. I am ready. I'm ready for this year to just listen and stop doing things my way, because that's not working out for me. So I hope everybody, some people, tell me what you guys you learned throughout this year, and also some good things also, because I do have some good things that have happened. I have learned to value my friendships with people, the people that I do have, and spend more time with them, because life is short. And be around people who actually want to be around you. Be around people that choose you all the time, not sometimes. And on that note, I will see you in the next video, and hopefully be in a couple days, okay? So I stay consistent. Bye.